Stage lights.
What up, it's Yelawolf, Alabama's own Catfish Billy. Unlock your entertainment with stylist the KT. Holler at you, peace out.
You must have white bread. Let's take a stand. I ain't never seen money like you got. So if you take me over, show me the back of me looking over the Hollywood by the amateur balloon pop. Smash stars like you, niggas who like me.
I said, what was it like when you found out that you were getting signed on Shady Records? What were your initial thoughts?
I mean, well, my management did a real good job of not telling me, but like, up until the last minute, and when I went to first meet with M in Detroit, and I met with M and Paul, with my manager, KP and Bear, which is the other half of management, J. Jones, and really I just thought it was a meet and greet, you know, just to shake hands, because I got signed at Interscope, you know what I'm saying, and I wanted to go meet the label mates and just get acquainted, really. I didn't know that it would turn into a deal, honestly, but you know, God kind of worked that out, and I did have the vision of being on Shady, I'm not going to lie, because prior to signing a deal with Interscope, we were shopping with a lot of labels, and I was telling my boy KP, I was like, man, you know, before we seal a deal with anybody, we really should take this to Marshall and see, you know, see if he'll fuck with it. And just fate worked it out, really, you know. M was out working with Jim Johnson doing a record, and Jim played and popped the trunk. And he had already gotten Trump Music, the mixtape from Paul Rosenberg, but after he saw the video that Jim Johnson played for him, he gave it a listen on his way back to Detroit, and you know, he became a fan, and that's where the ball started rolling, and now it just turned out, you know, the door opened up to do a deal. You know, I'm honored. You know, surprised still, it's still surreal to me. You know? But I mean, that's pretty much how it happened.
Let's go!
What was the first thing you bought after you got signed?
I bought an old school, I bought a long bed, 1987 Chevy, like for like $3 grand. I just put it in a minute, broke down. As soon as I bought it, it's parked at the back of my crib right now. I'm not really a, you know, big spender. I'm learning that I do have expensive taste, but it's just, instead of a Bentley, it might be like a, you know, $50,000 old school or something like that, you know. That's pretty much what my taste is. I'm trying to get land and a big crib, you know, I don't want chains and shit like that, but I will spend money on like a bunch of 4-liters and shit.
Yeah, I noticed that.
That's just my style, you know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to save money right now. I ain't sold no records yet.
Are you on your way? I said you on your way.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, we just wrapped up the album. We were in Vegas for 2 weeks, so the album is done. Outside of the features that we'll be putting on there, which is a big surprise, you know, surprises for everybody.
Say, do that shit, do that shit, Yellow. Do that shit, Yellow. What I'ma do again, Yelawolf, into the internet. Google my music soon as I finish this innocent. I grab a pen and set, records and then a check. Close to the records only because you begin to break. Solo my yellow quotables, then in my syllables, breaking fingers and breaking mirrors. The damage is notable, rolling through me. And bring it back like a stolen movie. You be tripping cause I spit groovy like Simple Patchouli.
How'd you come up with that title?
Radioactive You know, when I got signed to a major, I knew that I was in a circle of people who had decades of success, you know, with Dr. Dre and M and Black Eyed Peas, and now, you know, Gaga's up there killing it, and I really would just, it was just my take on being a part of that major label system, you know, really making records for the world, because up until this point, I've done nothing but put out mixtapes, you know, which really have just been inspired by local sound, and, you know, sounds from the neighborhood, sounds from Alabama, and now for me, it's time to take that worldwide, you know, and using influences from all over the world and sounds from all over the world to create a bigger sound. And Radioactive is just a play on words. It literally means active on radio, you know, because I've been a long time in the underground, you know, and I'm just trying to take it to the next level.
Man, it's so good to be back from Tennessee, man. A lot of my history's out in this motherfucker. Hold up, before we do that. This is a celebration. You know, is anybody here that went to Carter Lawrence? All the folks is in this motherfucker. Big Davis, motherfucker. Anybody went to Carter Lawrence Middle School? Anybody in this motherfucker? Who got bused from Antioch down to the projects in Carter Lawrence Middle School? That was me. I'm telling you, I'm part of the generation that set Antioch on fire. I promise you that. Right side, back side. We gonna bounce this motherfucker on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, bounce. I think I'm trying to get. Wheel, don't stir. Wait a minute. One nation. God, Jesus must rock a Harley. I'm so fucking hard.
Antioch. And I left here in '98. But I went to Carter Lawrence, I went to Hillsborough High School a little bit. I went to the old Antioch High School out here. Before the new high school was built, I was going to school over there. Yeah, and you know, part of my crew, the AM7 crew, throwing up all them AM7 tags, that was all my people. You know, and obviously all the young dope boys who grew up to be big dope boys. That was also a part of my crew, you know. So, I mean, I feel like I was a part of a generation out of Antioch that turned Antioch out, you know, for sure. And
I don't know if they remember AM7, but I remember AM7.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely, there was a crew of people that really was bringing things to Antioch and Nashville from other places, like my boy Nathan Brown, who was from the West Coast. He brought a certain graffiti style out here that started popping up in the streets, and then Tax and Revoke. And all them boys were putting up tags out here, you know, and Nashville had this subculture scene, and also, obviously, Harmony, who produced Kids, the movie Kids, and produced Gummo, which was a movie that was shot over in the Nations, which is a neighborhood where my homeboy Struggles from, another rapper from out here in Nashville. There's just like a real thick culture out here. And I carry this along with me. I mean, still to this day, a lot of the stories that I tell and a lot of the influences that I use to write my songs come from life here, you know, along with, you know, my hardcore country roots of Alabama, you know, before I moved here. But it's definitely, Antioch is a huge part of my life.
Everybody say, I just wanna party. I just wanna party. I just wanna party. I just wanna party. We blowing smoke in the air, drinking ice cold beer with your girl in my ear, saying, ah. Drunk pussy got these poppers popping over in the scale. People's on the corner, dropping quarters like a fishing whale. They packing the pizza like your mama's.
What would you say is something that you've taken away from each city that you lived in, from Atlanta, from Louisiana?
I mean, you know, I think that just God kind of, he planned this out for me, and it's obvious because just because of the music that I'm making. It pulls from every piece of my life. You know, at some point in my life, there was a story there being built, whether I realized it or not. You know, because when I go to write a song or I hear a certain melody, it'll it'll carry me back to a certain place to write a certain song. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you smell something familiar and you remember that time where you were when you first, you know, heard a song or you ate a certain food. Melodies like that for me. If I hear a melody, it takes me back to a story, a place. So everywhere that I've lived has influenced me. You know, I went to 15 different schools. And I never graduated. You know, I grew up with a single mom who was a bartender, and she was super rock and roll. So I grew up around that, you know, the fast life. You know, I grew up quick. So, but everything, you know, is pulled from a real place.
If you could pick any song in a chapter of your life, like what song would you choose to explain what chapter in life you're in right now?
Man, I'm on a whole new book with this project. I mean, honestly, this is really a new book. The Trump music was the end of a book. You know, Radioactive is the beginning of a new book. Period. You know, it's like I'm really going for it. You know what I'm saying? I see myself. You know, I got a vision. I want to rock stadiums. I want to do 60,000. You know, in Europe and just tour the world. You know, with worldwide music. So, I mean, honestly, that's the best answer I could give you, man. It's not a new chapter. It's really a whole another book. You know, a new story is being written right now.
Yeah, my friend, then it's gonna jump back on the highway and if I was in my feet like a Porsche. If I should be looking so low, old school goes, I gotta go like a rope. Go place to the clip, ain't tripping on the road, jump a song like a motherfucker show. Hold up there like you don't hear me coming. Carry on, films and the drunk back screen TVs in the air with us with something like that. Carry on, we turn our heads every time. This is the beginning, should be minutes, 7 inches across. And I fall from hard nose, so go tripping like a bitch and get in the car. Super clean, yeah.
Is there anybody else new that you would look to collaborate with or want to work with that you haven't?
Yeah, I'd love to work with 3000, you know, Andre 3000 would be dope. Devin the Dude, I still haven't worked with Devin the Dude, I'm trying to work with him. But there's so many, you know, like I'd love to get Anthony Kiedis on a rap record. That'd be dope, you know, because he's always been a spitter. He was one of the first real rap rock acts that pulled it off slick, you know. If you really listen to his delivery, he's got a real rap style, you know. He's really dope. You know, they used to cover Public Enemy records and all that, so I'd love to hear him on some 808s. That would be sick. Yeah, I'm gonna come out. I'm coming out to there's a surprise. I'm coming out to Nashville for a particular artist out here, a country music artist that you can be expecting to hear on Radioactive. I just want to bend genres at this point, man. There's so many artists I love to work with, but just to name a few, you know.
Well, there's only one thing left to do before I get out of here. If you don't give a fuck like I don't give a fuck, I'm just saying. Antioch, Tennessee. Yeah. Meth dab in the back in the crash smoke, peeling through the streets like I know they want it fall. Mama's in the front of the house with their hair chipped, with their dead chop when they want it all. fucking disease, I can only want to solve when I walk into the bracket. Yawning pause, what the fuck, man, I can never get sleep, man. Beat at the window, what's wrong with y'all? Stood up in my cups and tied up, and I was sweatpants and through my pillow. Looks like that they got the motherfucker that trying to sneak in and steal his elbows. They don't know they don't win them, hold hands, start these fuck like a pillow. Went to the Chevy and put out the machete in the gun and tell me you're taller than me and just reload. Think he's playing, come on, you better listen what he's saying, punk. Don't make me go pop the trunk. Yeah, on you. He got an old Mossberg and a musty yoke over back. Where the fucking wolf back at? Don't make me go pop the trunk. Yeah, on you. Think he's playing up top. You better listen what he's saying, punk. Don't make me go pop the trunk. Yeah, on you. He got an old Mossberg and a musty yoke over back. I see you motherfuckers, I see you. Don't make me go pop the trunk. Yeah, on you. 11:30 and I'm pulling the 30 smoking cabbage out the back of my buddy's Monte Carlo. Speeding over some super hot beats with a super hot freak. We call a parking lot hole. You know we sipping on that old brown bottle. Bitch in the trunk make the whole town wobble. So when we ride around, bitches follow. And then one of the bitches is giving us problems. But one of them bitches been fucking with my homeboys, favorite bitches. And he's been on his hit list for a minute. And I think he's ready to handle his business. He told me Yelawolf get this. And he handled me the Cartier watch that was on his wrist. We said watch this shit. And he jumped to the truck and grabbed this biscuit. Think he's playing out. You better listen what he's saying, punk. Don't make me go pop the trunk. Come on, oh dude. You got an old Mossberg and a musty yoke of a back lane in the back of the dump boy. Don't make me go pop the trunk. Come on, oh dude. Think he's playing. You better listen what he's saying, punk. Don't make me go pop the trunk. On you. You got an old Mossberg and the last verse is on y'all motherfuckers. Let me see if you real fans. Hold up.
Two men stand, one's gotta go. One walks down to the ground, one walks down to the road.
You mama been and called the police cause what?
Now we screaming no.
Took a buck shot to the chest with the rocks on. Yeah! Ah, all this blood is spilled. I'm not thinking of pain with chills. Hot enough to make the potato smoke in the tip of the hollow steel. In the belly of the hollow field. In the belly of the hollow field. Come on, this ain't a big with the rock imagination, boy, and this is where I live. Think he's playing? You better listen what he's saying, punk. Don't make me go pop the trunk. Oh, yeah. He got an old Mossberg and a musty yoke of a backland in the back of the dump, boy. Don't make me go pop the trunk. Bow. Think he's playing in the eye? You better listen what he's saying. Come on now. Don't make me go pop the trunk. As loud as you fucking can. He got an old Mossberg and a musty yoke of a backland. Scream that shit. Don't make me go pop the trunk. On you. Y'all have a good fucking night, man.